Hey guys, I'm Janet on occasion, and today we're playing another Total War Warhammer 2 Battle Replay. So, you might notice that I look a little bit yellow, my guys. That's because I've turned on Alliance colouring, because this is a mirror match. So, it's Wood Elves against Wood Elves. The reason why I was playing Wood Elves is because actually I've entered a tournament tomorrow, and I think I'm going to be playing as Wood Elves. So, I played some Wood Elves, and this is the Wood Elves. So, have I said Wood Elves already? Yeah, I think so. So anyway, so fighting against, the same faction, I figured I'd play to, my strengths against the weaknesses, right? So basically, War Dancers, best anti-infantry you can get, right? If I'm against Eternal Guard, they'll just win. So so that's great. Also, Azrai Spears will be able to kill any cavalry. Durthu, I don't think we'll have any problems against any other lords. He'll be able to duel any other lord pretty well, but it also means he's got Flock of Doom, which does a massive amount of damage against, just low health units, right? Which is the Wood Elves. So Flock of Doom will do really well. I've also got a Branch Wraith, so I'll have the sturdiest spellcaster, but I'll still be able to put out some healing. And also I've got Wild Riders and the Sisters of Thorn. So the Sisters of Thorn with their free buffs will basically give me advantage in any fight. So even if it's War Dancers against War Dancers, if I drop a load of buffs and debuffs on the front line, my front line will win. So, pretty straightforward, to be honest. So, yeah, let's see what he brought. So, over here, you can see, he's got a similar setup. He's got Wild Riders. These guys have shields, though. Also, he's got Sisters of the Thorn. Good pick. That, makes the sort of buffing and debuffing slightly moot, but, that's fine. He's also got War Dance with Azrai Spear, because they're fantastic. He's got some Eternal Guard. I guess it means it's a bit cheaper, right, to deal with that, deal with the cavalry. Also, he's got War Dancers, because of course you do, But he's got these 3 Deepwood Scouts, and frankly, I don't think these are worthwhile. I don't think bringing any archers is worthwhile if you're fighting the Wood Elves. Because even if you are the Wood Elves, because you're not going to trade evenly. Because frankly, the front line is going to end up with, whoever has the most anti-infantry winning. And if you bring a wider line, you can just envelop them, right? If you're not worrying about guarding your backline, if you're just charging in, then their backline's going to get swarmed. The reason why Deepwood Scouts are so good is because they can outrun all other infantry, of other factions. They're nice and quick, but they're not quicker than War Dancers. So if I just outweigh them, I'm thinking, that was my thought when I was building my army. I thought, I'm not going to bother with archers. I'm just going to bring more units, and I'll be able to get into their archers if they bring any. They'll just be free kills for me. Because I'll get to them too quickly. So that's the plan. Also, you can see he's got a Glade Lord, so he's got the Prey of Anathrema. He's on a horse, so nice and mobile. Be very hard to keep up with him, to catch him. Sorry, to catch her. It's a Glady, isn't it? Yep, that's a Glady. So, yeah, so that's pretty formidable. Have some extra range there, but she'll be able to move around a lot. Also, over here, a Branch Wraith. So, clearly, similar thinking, between our 2 armies. So it should be pretty fun. So let's speed things up and see how it goes. So basically, I didn't want to just charge straight into the trees and have to walk around all this stuff and get, easy target for spells and things. So I came in at one side. So I'm scouting with my Wildwood Rangers. I finally catch one comes out. So I countercharge. With the Sisters of the Thorn as backup, I will have a slight advantage in this engagement, just from the ranged units. And if I can get my Wild Range to the other side, then I'll be able to just wipe out that unit. So here, I do actually see the Azrai Spears coming in, so I pull out. So I won that engagement already, even though he had the shields and I didn't. Just the Sisters of the Thorn throwing in those extra javelins, that has helped, tip it in my favour already. So that was really nice engagement for me. Here, Azrai Spears against War Dancers, that is a bit of a shame. That is not good for me. The Azrai Spears, more expensive, and that's not what they're built for. But, I got backup with Durthu. I'm going to have that +8 melee attack with the Branch Wraith. And I do actually have more infantry over on this side. Over here is a lot of Eternal Guard. They're not going to really worry me too much, with my War Dancers. It's the other War Dancers that are a problem. So a lot of this stuff is staying still. I've got my Azrai Spears here, making sure stuff doesn't come in, and now I'm going to use my cavalry to go for his infantry, rather than waiting to fight his cavalry again. So this will help tip the balance again. So you can see this lot of War Dancers has failed, mainly because Durthu stomped in here. That's done really well. Oh no, those are mine. Oh no! Oh no, mine failed. So the Deepwood Scouts helped kill them. But here, just with the extra, Wild Riders coming in here, the extra War Dancers, we will win this engagement. Over on this side, things are a bit iffy, but my War Dancers have come in, they're doing some damage. I've got these other War Dancers that run into the back, so they're doing a bit of damage to the Wild Riders. I've used the Prey of Anrahir on them to debuff them. I think, nope, I missed their Azrai Spears, which is a shame. With them chasing me, those Azrai Spears of mine are going to lose, but I am winning the rest of the frontline engagement. Over here, I'm getting my War Dancers from here onto these Eternal Guard so I can kill them quickly. But really, I need to get, had someone go on the Deepwood Scouts. But I knew he had Sisters of Thorn that could charge it. Here, I'm happy for him just to be shooting at me, doing things while I finish up this side. Because you can see these Wild Riders that come in, and mine are winning. So that's pretty great for me. So Sister of the Thorn and the Wild Riders will be able to fight off these Wild Riders pretty happily. I've also got some War Dancers, 2 very healthy War Dancers, and my Azrai Spears have managed to get out of this fight, to be honest. He fled back. So he's got his Azrai Spears trying to get on Durthu, but that's fine, because he doesn't need to survive too long, you know, before I can get all this backup. Over here, though, I did have a unit of Wild Riders, got very caught out trying to get into his back line. I also have this unit of War Dancers coming in, trying to deal with some stuff in the back. Not a good idea, really. Actually, is that mine? No, that's theirs. This is very confusing, guys. This is very confusing, even with the lines colouring. Anyway, it's fine. So here, you know, their Wild Riders come in, help tip the balance. He just deals with the, you know, the anti-infantry, but not the anti-large. And they are still in this fight, which is a bit of a mistake. So I get the Malcosmis Miasma on them, which can do a lot of damage and is going to slow them down. And now backup has arrived. Over on this side, Durthu, he's still fighting these Azrai Spears, but that's fine. His Glade Lord is just not going to be able to do as much damage, you know, as a lot of my infantry. If he gets caught out by most of my units, he will die. It's very tough. He's got a bit of utility, be able to pin stuff, but when I overwhelm him with infantry, it's going to be very difficult. Luckily here, though, you know, he does have the, you know, the Deepwood Scouts that can do a lot of damage from range, so they will be able to whittle down things pretty quickly. I do not have much missile resistance. The only missile resistance I have is the Shield of Thorns, when, you know, I've got that from the Sister of the Thorn. So, you know, without that, I don't really have any missile resist on any of my units, so it's tough. But luckily, I'm getting to the Deepwood Scouts, you know, so they're not going to last very long. I've got a lot of mass here coming in, you know, I've got my Branch Wraith buffing everyone's melee attack, I've got the War Dancers, which have no problem attacking these guys, I've got Azrai Spears, slightly injured, but I don't have to worry about much of his cavalry anymore, and, yeah, I'm just on the chase here, so it's pretty great. So, over here, basically managed to catch out his Glade Lord, so, he's surrounded in War Dancers, and Durthu is on him. Sorry, on her. It should be a Glady, right? A Glade Lady, not a Glade Lord, it seems silly. But anyway, so I'm attacking them. My Azrai Spears over here, they seem to be chasing someone. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. I think the flag is over on this side, but their unit is actually over here that I'm chasing. I think it's one of those. So over here you can see his Sister of the Thorn have come in. They're into my Sister of the Thorn. They've used Shield of Thorns, but I've used Melkovs on them. So this is a pretty even trade, you know. They're going to be better in melee, but they're taking damage, you know, anyway. And also, I do have a load of War Dancers that are in here, you know, and there is the buff of the Branch Wraith giving the +8 melee attack over here. So that's going to help as well. Their Deepwood Scouts are not going to be able to fend off as many attacks in melee as my guys can. So that's pretty great. So the Glade Lord, Glade Lady, has taken a ton of damage. There's some Eternal Guard trying to chase me down, but it's fine. I can just, as soon as I turn around, they're dead. They are no match for War Dancers. Over on this side, I've got my Azrai Spears fighting their War Dancers. My Azrai Spears are going to lose this engagement, unfortunately. It's just, yeah, they just can't compete against their, you know, anti-infantry cousins. But still, you know, I'm chasing down the rest of his Deepwood Scouts, just as I was hoping I would, you know. I can just keep charging. I can just keep this momentum going and get into their ranged units. I mean, they're quick, but I've got the cavalry advantage here. My Sister Thorn is still going. My Wildwood Rangers, sorry, Wild Riders, are all gone, I think, now. Yeah, they all got taken out as I was trying to get them into the back lines a little bit haphazardly, honestly. But I wanted to keep pressure so my infantry corps could continue. And it seems to have worked out pretty well. So back over here, you know, I'm going for that Branch Wraith. He'll get caught out, and yeah, he knows that's it. He knows he just doesn't have the units left. He doesn't have the models left, and he couldn't even kill Durthu with what he had left. I don't think Durthu is so tough to kill, and it worked out pretty well. So you can see my War Dancers got a ton of kills, not that one so much, that's one that got caught out very early on by Deepwood Scouts. So that's the thing, no missile resist on these guys, it's gonna hurt, you know, not a lot of armor, not a lot of missile resist, they're gonna get very, very injured. So not good, especially when they're fighting other War Dancers, so it would have been an even fight, you know, had they not come in with the Deepwood Scouts. But when you look at the kills the Deepwood Scouts got, you kind of expect more. You know, I mean, they managed to kill a fair bit of cavalry, but technically they had better cavalry than I did. Pockman here, he had Wild Riders with shields, which meant he had more melee defense on his Wild Riders than I had on mine. You know, missile resistance wouldn't have mattered, but, you know, having the Deepwood Scouts, you think you'll be able to back him up and do some damage. But, yeah, my cavalry just outperformed all of his. It's very tough, you know. Once you lose that sort of cavalry engagement, you suddenly don't have what you need to destroy these guys. What would have been smart for him? Use those Wild Riders and the Sister of the Thorn, smash the front line. Because once he'd taken out my War Dancers with cavalry, he would have just had, like, Eternal Guard, his Glady, Branch Wraith, and a load of Deepwood Scouts just harassing my you know, my cavalry. It would have been really tough, because that's what gave me the edge in melee, you know, in the frontline engagement. As I charged the Wild Riders in, that meant my War Dance was winning the engagement against his, because they had backup. And he was just waiting for me to try and get in with my cavalry. But you don't have to fight cavalry on cavalry, you know? I know if you both have them, usually they end up fighting, but that's because they're the most maneuverable, they have the best chance of catching one another, you know? But, yeah, you can just ignore them. If they're going to sit still and wait for you to come in, try and bait you into attack something else. That's all you need to do. And it paid off pretty well. So, really enjoyed this fight, actually. It's fun, actually, playing the odd mirror match, especially when it's Wood Elves. They're just so, you know, fast-paced. It's really good fun. So, thanks, Pogman. That was really good fun. Thanks for suggesting it. He did ask me if I wanted to do a mirror match. You know, he didn't just pick it, because I know a lot of people don't really like it. But I thought it'd be good fun. So, yeah, I went along with it, and I had a good time. So, thanks, Pogman. That was really good fun. And, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please do comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good day, guys.